Houston, we have a problem. We're leaving for the Camino de Santiago tomorrow, and this pack is too heavy.
I'm Dana, the Faith-Based Traveler.
And I'm the Faith-Based Traveler's husband, Ed. And this is a little cliche video. We're going to go through the backpack and try to see how we can shave off 2 pounds out of it. You know, they say, all the guidebooks say, you know, you can carry 10% of your weight comfortably. This is under that for Dana, but we still want it to be a little bit lighter so that she can really enjoy herself on the trip and not have, you know, blisters, ankle problems, knee problems, you name it. So we're going to go through the pack, and we have the cliched kitchen scale. Can you show them the kitchen scale, Dana? Very good. But, you know, I'm a golfer, and once I was golfing, and the caddy that was going to be carrying my bag, before I teed off, he grabbed the bag and he started taking stuff out of the bag. He was taking like a couple golf balls, some tees, and I'm like, hey, is that really going to shave that much weight? And he looked at me and he said, you know what, it's all weight. And that's kind of what this backpack is. It's all weight. So if you can shave a couple ounces off, you know, it's not just, you know, we're trying to shave 2 pounds off of this pack. And that's 2 pounds that are going to be carried 500 miles, which is going to be, I don't know, 1.3 million steps, 1.5 million steps. So that's a lot of wear and tear, a lot of recovery time, you know, too much strain. So if we can save, you know, 2 pounds over 1.5 million steps, I think we're going to do it. So Dana, you want to go through, and this is going to be, I'm kind of a counselor, although I'm an expert packer. I'm more of a counselor, and she's going to have to grieve over some items that she's not going to be able to bring. So Dana, take it away.
So I packed very carefully, and I really wanted to, bring what I thought I really needed. You know, I have basic items that I just have to bring. You know, these are my toiletries. It's really a non-negotiable for me. The toiletry bag that has my contact lenses, my contact lens solution, my glasses, an extra pair of contact lenses, a brush,
1.6 pounds. That's not that bad. You don't have full-size shampoo and conditioner?
No,
here?
I do not.
Okay.
That's actually here, and it's not full size. You know, here I have some items. I also have some pain patches and some immunity patches
What's that
for the
patch?
trail. This is the Assure patch. It's an immunity patch, and I wear it when I fly. But I've also shoved a lot of patches in here that are geared towards pain and balance. So they're very small, but Super Patch, I like their items, and you just put them on your body. They're non-drug oriented items, so they don't really weigh a lot. I mean, a pack with probably 60 in them weighs 0.6 ounces, so that's not bad. So,
yeah, and there's, if you want more information on that, there's a link in the bio.
So this is my shampoo, my face wash, all of that fun jazz.
How much does that weigh?
That weighs
just under a pound.
So
your toiletries are
2.5 pounds.
About 2.5 pounds.
Yeah, I don't think that's that bad.
Anything we can shave here?
I don't see one thing.
Any ounces?
I don't see any ounces coming out of there.
All right. What's next?
Hate to say that.
What's that?
So this is my swimsuit, and I put it in a Ziploc bag if it's wet. I figure that I'm going to want to get into a pool, and I really didn't want to have to get into a pool in my shorts and a bra. So it's a one-piece suit. If I find I don't use it, I can just leave it along the way.
All right.
So this weighs 6.6 ounces.
All right.
Doesn't seem that much. This is, I have a little clothesline here, and I have dry laundry sheets here that are flat, and they don't really weigh much, but you put these in the sink and you run water over them, and I have a few clothespins here. That's 4 ounces.
4 ounces. Okay. You just don't want to use your shampoo?
No, I don't wish to use any of my shampoo. I need every bit of that liquid.
All right.
This is the questionable pack. You want to see how much that weighs? These are my clothes.
Yeah, that's just about
3 pounds.
3 pounds.
Yeah.
So
I don't think that's bad for clothes, but somebody else here does.
Well, I don't know. Weight is weight. So what? Anything in there you can get rid of?
Well, no, I really don't see it. We're starting the French way, and the problem with that is that, we need to be able to adapt to cold and to hot.
Well, the forecast temperature for next week is like between 70 and 90.
It is, but not at nights. And then it gets a little cooler as we walk. So I have a pair of biker shorts that I really like.
All right.
I have another pair of shorts that are really quick drying shorts. I got these and I like them. I can wash them and dry them super fast. They're not the most attractive, but still they work. And then I have these little Patagonia pants. They're very nice. They weigh next to nothing. So I can go...
2 shorts and 1 pair of pants?
Yes. And I can go out on the town with these after, a day. And then this is where Ed's going to get a little upset with a faith-based traveler. So I have 2 bras. I have a little one here that I like that dries fast, and I have another one here from Paca. I have 2 pairs of merino wool underwear. These things are game changers. Merino wool is a game changer for me, and it has been because I travel a lot. As you know, we go a lot of faith-based places. We'll be gone for a month at a time, and we find that I just want to pack in a carry-on. So, with my mindset, I didn't think packing here would be too tough, but it's gotten a little tougher. I have a merino wool t-shirt, and then I have another merino wool t-shirt, and then I have a merino wool hoodie. It's a sun shirt, and this doesn't weigh much. I wish that I could have this. I'd have one more of these, and I have one more that I'm going to wear on my way over. So that was kind of a big deal to have that.
Well, that's not too excessive, so I think we're going to have to find some weight to shed somewhere else.
Well, yes.
What else do you have?
Well, I have this poncho, and I've put in for some really lightweight plastic things to come in because this is a little overkill.
So you're saying you may not want to bring the poncho?
I may leave the poncho there.
How much does it weigh?
The poncho weighs...
Oh, wait.
Hold on. Poncho weighs...
So you broke the scale. All right, try it now. About 10 ounces.
That's a substantial amount when I'm trying to save because it's 16 ounces is a pound, right? So
this one may be on the chopping block.
It may be on the chopping block. The other thing that I brought, and the reason that it might be on the chopping block is because the days that it rains, I have a jacket and I have a pack cover. And so if I have both of these things, I may not need this heavy poncho. I can just use a really lightweight one. So this is really, truly on the chopping block.
Rick Steve always says, we pack our fears.
Oh, we do pack our fears.
What is your fear that the rain cover for the pack and the jacket wouldn't be enough?
When we walked the Camino Portuguese and we did it, the toughest day I thought was going to be the one where it was just a torrential downpour. And I just said, I'm not complaining the whole day. I'm just going out. You will not hear one negative thing out of my mouth the entire day of rain. And I didn't. And it ended up being the very best day. We had some big plastic ponchos then that we purchased there, and we were still soaking wet. So that really is on the chopping block. This is my pack cover. And here I have in this, let's weigh this. This I have a fleece and I have a raincoat. So let's weigh that.
That is 1 pound, 7 ounces.
Yes. So what we've got...
Do you need both the raincoat and the fleece?
I feel that I do. When I get to O Sobrero, it's going to be very cold. This is my little raincoat, and it doesn't really weigh that much. I think that weighs...
13, 14 ounces.
Yeah, 13, 14 ounces.
Almost a pound.
And then this weighs...
The fleece.
The fleece doesn't weigh a lot.
11 ounces-ish.
Yeah, so the fleece, the fleece, this may be on the chopping block only.
If you chop the fleece and the poncho, you're almost there.
Oh, I didn't think that.
And, the great thing about the Camino is we're walking through some
Places and I can buy
some
something.
cities where if you really had a fit that you needed something, you could add it then versus you carrying that extra weight over the Pyrenees.
I didn't even think that way, but I may have to. So it is on the chopping block. There we go. Let's just leave those out. So this is something that is unusual for me. Most people bring a pair of slides. I'm going to actually ask you to carry my slides, but I've had, I hate to do it, but I have, I'm having some issues with my feet. And so I'm bringing 2 pairs of shoes, 2 pairs of hiking shoes, and 2 pairs of socks during the day. I have a plan with my feet, and if it doesn't work out, then I'm going to leave this pair of shoes back. But my plan is to change my shoes during the middle of the walk, when we sit down to lunch, so that, if my feet are wet or damp or whatever, I'm changing to a new pair of shoes. And I have the Hoka Trail Runners, and then I also have another pair of Hokas, the Gaviotas, which are a specialty for the issue that I have with my feet. I'm having a little bit of plantar fasciitis. So that's really good for me.
Well, that means we've got to get the pack as light as possible.
Yeah. So here we go.
That's not bad. Those shoes weigh almost 2 pounds, 1 pound, 13 ounces.
And that includes 3 pairs of darn good socks.
Okay.
Because I wanted to have one pair, I wanted to be able to air them out between
Okay.
walks. So,
And what you're saying is if you find that you can get by on just 1 pair of shoes while you're over there, you'll just donate
the other.
the extra pair as you go.
That's correct. That was my master plan.
It's only money.
Well, so anyway, I've thought about this. So anyway, I have my vitamins, and I have a spouse that doesn't want me to take them all, but I bring them all with me. So this will shave down over time.
Okay.
Because as we're taking it. So these are daily supplements that I take, and I really, really like them. So I put them all in, little pill packs like this. And so I'm going to just take those with me. They're, it's magnesium, it's all kinds of stuff that I take over there. So this is going to probably weigh 14 ounces.
And that will go down over time.
It will. And so that was my thought process on that.
I'd forgotten how old you were until I saw your bag of supplements.
I'm older than he is. I'm going to be staring at you the whole time you're walking. And then these are my last items. And, my backpack weighs about 3 pounds. I liked the size of the pack, and I really loved the way that it had different things in it that I could carry. Oh, I forgot my hat. I have my little hat. This hat weighs next to nothing, and it has a little sweatband on the inside, so I liked that. And then I have my version of a sweat headband, and I can wash that every night. It dries really fast. I have a silk bed liner, and I wanted to bring that. And then I actually have a towel, and I wanted to bring that. And I don't think these weigh a lot together, but they're kind of non-negotiables. It's 8.9 ounces together.
That's not bad.
And then I have this little tiny carry-all backpack. So like if I walk to town, it's called a Nano Day Pack. And that weighs 1 ounce.
That's nothing.
So that's nothing. So that comes out. It comes out and makes a little pack, and I just wanted to bring that with me. So I'm going to give it a whirl. We'll see how it goes. So that's my pack. The pack itself weighs 3 pounds, maybe a little over that, not much. So, and I love it. It's a Gregory pack, and it's 30-liter Gregory pack. I'm able to, if I want to put a water bladder in it, I can, but I'm not into that. So I'm going to bring a couple of spare bottles and put them in the side. And that's going to add, probably when I do that, that's going to add another 2 pounds. So I have to be mindful of the water weight that I'm going to carry too. So, I forgot about this. Here, I have some little towelettes. These weigh next to nothing. They weigh 1 ounce. And those are for the trail and whenever I need them. And that's that. And then I have my fanny pack, and my fanny pack will have the bulk of all my other stuff. So, and
That's all weight too, so
it is. And
trim that down as best you can.
And the fanny pack weighs about 2 pounds. So, now that we know kind of what my issues are, we'll figure out.
So if you can cut the poncho and the fleece, because you have your rain jacket and hoodies, hopefully you'll be okay. I'm not sure about me carrying your slides. That doesn't quite seem.
It
you
is
know.
fair. It is fair. Just to give you an idea, here are my slides. I have them on right now. So I'm asking you to carry.
14 ounces.
I'm asking you to carry 14.2 ounces. That's it.
Okay.
So, it's not like I'm asking him to carry a lot. I should ask you to carry my spare pair of shoes. Then I doubt.
What about
2 pounds.
your scarf?
Oh, yeah. This is my major trick in all of my bags. I carry it on the plane. Planes get cold, especially when you're traveling overseas. I sometimes put it as I use it in a bed as an extra comforter because it really lays out and it's the size of a twin sheet. This is my featherweight scarf from Ovsio. And I have them in a ton of different colors, but the weight of this scarf is nothing.
Well, it's nothing because we didn't use the scale right. Hold on. Oh, it
2
is nothing.
ounces.
2 ounces.
It's 2 ounces. And this is it's cashmere. You can see through it. I use it, actually, believe it or not, I use it in the summers and I use it in the winters because it's beautiful too. So not that I'm gonna look so beautiful on the Camino. However, this is it's a great scarf. And you need something that doesn't, that's so lightweight and you can just pull out of your bag. So my intention with this was to put it right in this top pocket so that I could pull it out whenever I needed it. And it was just there, and I think, or inside. But
And if you need more details on that, I think there's a link for that in the bio as well.
yeah, there will be. Thank you.
Devil's in the details.
It is. It is.
All right. Well, it sounds like we have a plan to shed a little weight so that Dana won't have to carry about 2 less pounds over the Pyrenees, save your knees and ankles for the rest of the Camino.
Well, and then if I end up shedding these,
That would be great.
I'll shed another 2 pounds, and
Yeah.
then the vitamins will go down. So it'll get less and less.
So if someone wants a slightly worn pair of Hokas, they'll probably be in Pamplona in about a week.
Probably, but we don't know. We have to see how it goes.
All right.
So
Well, for Ed and the Faith-Based Traveler, that's all we got. Over and out.
thank you so much, and please follow our Camino on Instagram, TikTok, and on Facebook.